Imagine checking your strawberry plants after weeks of care and finding big green leaves, but almost no new berries. Then you look at another strawberry plant nearby, and it is still producing fresh flowers and fruit. What makes the difference? Here is the surprising part. More watering, more fertilizer, and more attention may not be the answer. Some gardeners harvest strawberries for only a short window, while the right varieties and growing conditions can continue producing new flushes of berries across much more of the season. After watching strawberry plants through different seasons, one pattern becomes clear. The plants often tell you what they need before you notice the problem. You are not doing anything wrong. Strawberries can be surprisingly sensitive to timing, heat, light, and the way a plant spends its energy. And later, we will look at one simple strawberry growing habit that many gardeners think helps production, but can actually redirect energy away from berries. Before explaining why this happens, it helps to understand why some strawberry plants naturally produce over a longer season than others. Not every strawberry plant is designed to produce fruit in exactly the same pattern. This is one of the first things worth understanding because the variety you grow can influence how long you can expect to harvest. June-bearing strawberries tend to produce a larger crop during a shorter period. Ever-bearing strawberries can produce several periods of flowers and fruit. Day-neutral strawberries can continue flowering and fruiting repeatedly when conditions are suitable. So when we talk about growing strawberries all season long, the word endless needs a little context. It does not mean berries appearing every single day without interruption. Instead, the goal is to encourage longer and repeated periods of production. For gardeners who want strawberries across more of the growing season, ever-bearing or day-neutral varieties can often be a better starting point than simply choosing a plant because it produces a large first crop. Your local climate also matters. A variety that performs well in one region may respond differently somewhere with very different temperatures or growing conditions. So before changing how you care for the plant, it helps to know what kind of strawberry you are growing. Even the right variety, however, can slow down when it receives the wrong kind of sunlight. Strawberries generally perform well with plenty of sunlight, but there is an important difference between useful sunlight and intense summer heat. A gardener in a mild climate may be able to give strawberry plants strong afternoon sun without much trouble. But in a very hot climate, harsh afternoon heat can stress the plant, dry containers quickly, and affect flowering or fruit quality. So the goal is not simply more sun equals more strawberries. The better goal is enough light combined with manageable heat. Morning sunlight can be especially useful in hot areas, while some protection from extreme afternoon heat may help plants avoid unnecessary stress. Good airflow also matters, and the location of a container can make a surprising difference. A pot sitting on a very hot surface can experience more heat around the roots than a plant growing in a cooler garden bed. This is one reason containers can be useful for gardeners who want more control. They can be moved when conditions become difficult. Once light and temperature are working together, another issue becomes important, and it is one of the easiest to overlook. That issue is water. Many gardeners assume strawberries need frequent watering simply because the fruit contains so much water. But strawberries do not benefit from constantly soggy soil. There is an important difference between consistent moisture, waterlogged soil, and soil that has become completely dry. The goal is even moisture around the roots, especially while the plants are flowering and developing fruit. Instead of following a rigid rule that says strawberries must be watered every day, it is often more useful to check the soil and observe what is happening. If the upper layer is beginning to dry, water deeply enough to reach the root zone while allowing excess water to drain away. Container strawberries can dry faster than plants growing in garden beds, especially during hot weather, so they may need closer observation. At the same time, constantly wet foliage can create problems. Try not to keep strawberry leaves wet for long periods, especially late in the day, because prolonged moisture can encourage disease problems. The goal is not to keep doing more. It is to understand what the plant actually needs. And there is another factor that affects where the plant sends its energy. This is where many gardeners can accidentally work against themselves. Take a close look at your strawberry plants, and you may notice long stems reaching away from the main plant. These are runners. First, they can look like a wonderful gift. More plants, more strawberry plants, more future berries. And runners are useful when your goal is to expand your strawberry patch. But there is a trade-off. A strawberry plant has limited energy, and it has many jobs to support. It must maintain leaves and roots, produce flowers and fruit, and possibly create new plants through runners. When a plant is trying to produce fruit while also supporting many runners, some of its energy is being directed toward creating those new plants. You can actually see this process as the runners begin developing daughter plants. The original plant is not simply sitting still. It is investing resources in new growth. If your main goal is to create more strawberry plants, that can be exactly what you want. But if your priority is longer fruit production from established plants, allowing runners to take over may not be helpful. This leads to one of the most useful ideas in growing strawberries. Sometimes getting more strawberries is not about adding more. It is about asking the plant to do fewer jobs. A strawberry plant has limited energy. That energy must support its leaves, roots, flowers, fruit, runners, and new plants. If the gardener encourages every possible direction of growth at the same time, the plant may not concentrate its energy where the gardener wants it. So if your goal is more fruit from established plants, unnecessary runners can be managed rather than allowed to take over. If your goal is creating new strawberry plants, you can keep selected healthy runners and allow them to root intentionally. The choice becomes quite simple. If you want more plants, useful runners can help you get there. If you want more fruit from the plants you already have, controlling unnecessary runners can help keep their energy focused. The trick is not making your strawberry plants work harder. It is helping them waste less energy. But energy management is only part of the story. Even a healthy strawberry plant still needs help turning flowers into actual strawberries. Flowers do not automatically guarantee perfect fruit. Strawberries need successful pollination for good fruit development, and bees and other pollinators can play an important role. When your plants are flowering, it helps to give pollinators a welcoming environment. Avoid unnecessary disturbance around the flowers, and consider having flowering plants nearby that can support pollinating insects. Good airflow and sensible plant spacing can also help keep the growing area healthy. If you are growing strawberries in containers, placing them somewhere that pollinators can easily reach can be useful. And here is something worth observing. If your plants are producing flowers but the fruit is small, misshapen, or fails to develop normally, do not immediately assume that more fertilizer is the answer. Look at the whole situation. Pollination, temperature, water stress, and general plant health can all be worth considering. Sometimes the plant is already giving you the clue you need. You simply have to slow down and look. And once berries finally begin appearing, there is one more simple habit that can protect the harvest you have worked to grow. Harvesting is not just the final step. It is part of caring for a productive strawberry patch. Strawberries should generally be harvested when they have developed their ripe color and are ready to eat. Leaving overripe or damaged fruit on the plant can attract pests and contribute to disease problems. During the productive season, a short inspection can be very useful. Look under the leaves. Check for ripe berries. Notice damaged or rotting fruit. Handle the berries gently so they are not bruised. There is no need to spend hours in the garden. A few quiet minutes of observation can be more useful than one long gardening session every few weeks. This approach can also make gardening more comfortable, especially for older gardeners who do not want to turn every task into a large physical job. The garden does not need constant attention. It needs thoughtful attention at the right times. And now, all of these ideas can come together into one simple way of looking after your strawberry plants. When you check your strawberries, start with the growing conditions. Are the plants getting enough useful sunlight without being exposed to extreme heat? Check the soil. Is the root zone evenly moist while still draining well? Look at the flowers. Are new flowers appearing? Then look at the runners and ask yourself a simple question. Do you want more plants? Or do you want more fruit from the plants you already have? Finally, check the berries. Are ripe, damaged, or diseased berries being noticed and removed? These simple observations can tell you much more than automatically adding another treatment. If production slows, resist the urge to suddenly increase fertilizer. More fertilizer does not automatically mean more strawberries. and depending on the product and conditions, it can encourage excessive leaf growth instead. Observe first. Find what may be limiting the plant before deciding what, if anything, needs to change. Your strawberries may not need more effort. They may simply need better conditions and a little less competition for their energy. If your strawberries stopped producing as quickly as you expected, that does not automatically mean your garden failed. You may simply need to look at the variety, light, heat, water, runners, pollination, and harvest timing. Strawberry plants are living systems, not machines. They respond to the conditions around them, and those conditions can change from one season or climate to another. The most successful gardeners do not always do more. They observe more carefully. A few minutes checking the soil can prevent unnecessary watering. Looking at the runners can show you where the plant is sending its energy. Watching the flowers can help you understand whether fruit is likely to follow. Checking the berries regularly can help protect the harvest. If you are comfortable sharing, I am curious whether you grow your strawberries in containers, raised beds, or directly in the garden. It can be interesting to hear how different growing spaces affect the way these plants perform. And if you enjoy simple, practical gardening advice, consider subscribing for more gentle ways to make your garden easier to manage. Remember, the goal is not to make your strawberry plants work harder. It is to give them the conditions they need and remove the work that does not actually help. Sometimes the garden improves when we simply step back and observe. Do less, get more.